Hey guys, so today I'm filming a full face first impression of a bunch of new stuff that I got from the drugstore. If you guys did not see that haul or the blog where I picked it up, I'll have both linked down below, so be sure to check those out. So I'm using as many of the products that I can possibly use that are new, and then I'm also using some older products. I'm just going to chit chat through this, not really sure what we're going to do. I just kind of want to see what things are like, and you guys all love these first impressions, and it's a full face of makeup, so I thought this would be fun, so let's just get into it. So I'm just going to go ahead and play some music in the background. The first thing I'm going to be using is this CoverGirl True Blend Face Primer. This is the one for combo skin. They have one for all skin types, dry, combo, and then oily. I think they might even have a normal one, I'm not really sure, but I'm combo skin, so I picked this up. I did like kind of swatch this and give a little first impression about the consistency in my drugstore haul, but I haven't used it yet. And it comes out very, very quickly. I'm like barely squeezing the tube. So we're just gonna go ahead and blend this in. And this smells just like their 3-in-1 foundation, which is what their last primer smelled like that came out, so I find that interesting. So I was originally just going to do a first impression on this foundation by itself, but I cannot wait any longer to use it. So this is the Maybelline Dream Velvet Matte. I got it in the color 92 Caramel. This was the closest one that I could possibly find to my skin tone. I think it is a little darker, but we'll see. I can always lighten it up. It's a lot easier to lighten up, for me at least, since my skin's so dark. So I'm just going to give you guys a little background about the foundation. It says, the Dream Velvet whips a fresh gel into a velvet soft texture. Complexion is perfected and smooth with a soft matte-like finish. Just like velvet, skin feels fresh with lasting hydration. So we'll see how long this wears. I will put some stuff in the description box to kind of tell you guys how it wore throughout the day, because I'm not going to check in or anything. And I'm going to be using two things to blend this in, because I want to see if it works well with a sponge or if it works better with a brush. So I just started off with a little bit of product. So the brush that I'm going to be using is the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush, which is just like a big buffer brush. And then for the sponge, I'm going to be using the Real Techniques blending sponge. So I'm going to just start buffing this in. And it looks like a teeny bit darker than my skin tone, but my face is lighter than my body anyways, so it kind of works. I'm liking the application with the brush so far. So now I'm going to use the sponge on this side and just kind of see if it blends better. I definitely think that when using the sponge, it distributes the product a lot easier and faster. But the brush works well. So the foundation is definitely darker than my skin. I'm going to go back to wherever I bought this. I don't even remember, but I still have the receipt. And I'm going to see if I can find a shade lighter than this, because this is just a little bit too dark for me. So now I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Highlighting and Concealing Pen. Everyone said they wanted to hear about this, so I got this in the color a Happy Medium. I'm not sure what other shades they had, but this was basically the same color as the Maybelline Fit Me in Medium, which is what I use. So I'm just going to apply this underneath my eyes. And I really like these pens because it makes the application easy, and you know how much product you have. And this has a really nice yellow undertone. So we're also going to highlight down the center of my face. I'm going to put a little bit underneath where I'm going to be putting my contour. So to blend this in, I'm going to be using my Real Techniques sponge, and I don't usually use this much highlight, but because the foundation is darker than my skin, I thought, you know, why not actually try and even this out a little bit. So I'm just using the sponge and blending. And this is blending out really, really well. And the sponge is wet, by the way. And I'm just going to go back in that brush just to kind of bring in some more of that foundation in some of those areas. And then blend under the contour. So the foundation is honestly not tacky at all. There's almost no transfer of color either. And it is drying matte. So I actually really like it. You guys probably know I'm not usually into the matte look, but this gives you like a fresh matte look face. You don't look flat. You still look like you've got a little bit of something going on, and the highlight is actually making my skin glow a lot more, so I really, really like that. So now I'm going to be using this powder. You guys know I never use powder, so hopefully I like this so I can have a staple powder in my collection, because I own so many, I just don't use any of them. So this is the Master Fix Setting and Perfecting Loose Powder by Maybelline. So it is just completely translucent. So I've had this on my face for like maybe 10 seconds and it's already mattified everything. So that is awesome. This powder is really, really nice. It's so finely milled, so you can really just knock off all of that extra. But yeah, my under eye is completely matte now, so I am very, very just impressed. I just did my eyebrows, so now I'm going to move on to the eyes. And if you guys want an eyebrow tutorial, let me know. I'll never openly just do it by myself unless someone requests it, because I don't know, they're just my eyebrows. I don't even really think about it. So if you guys like the way I do my eyebrows, let me know in the comments down below if you want to see a tutorial. You don't have to tell me that you like them, it doesn't really matter. So now I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes, and I'm just using the Maybelline Color Tattoo. I own all of these. I think I own every single one of these. Actually, I don't own all the leathers, but I think I own all the other ones because I just love all of them. So this is the one in Barely Branded, but I'm not going to bring this up into the crease. And I just really like these, so if you guys don't own them, definitely get some because all the colors are very, very nice. So now I'm going to be using the new CoverGirl palette. This is the nudes one. This is True Naked. So there's also a roses one and a golden one. So I'm going to be going ahead and taking this matte taupe shade right here, and on a big fluffy brush we're going to apply that to our outer corner into the crease a little bit. You guys 100% have my go ahead to go and use these shadows and go and buy them because they are so pigmented, and just look at that. That's like one swipe over my eye with that taupe color. They are just so pretty, and I'm just very, very impressed. They blend out so well, so far at least. This is the first time I've used it, but just swatching them, you can kind of tell from the consistency that they're going to be really good shadows. So I'm just adding a little more of that cream eyeshadow because I want the color that I'm about to place on top to really pop, which is why I'm using a lighter base. So for my lid color, I'm going to be taking this almost taupe-ish pink color. It is so, so pretty. I'm probably going to layer this a few times. I'm just placing it right over the primer, so the inner 3/4 of our eyelid. And because I want it to be even more intense, I'm going to be taking that lighter pink shade, and I'm going to place that right on top, just in the inner part of my eye, so inner corner, and also just that inner part of the lid. Now this does have a little fall in the pan when you start to swatch it with your brush, so just keep that in mind. It might get a little crazy, so you might want to blow on it. But now I'm going to be taking this matte cream shade, kind of reminds me of Foxy from the Naked 2 palette, and I'm just going to highlight my brow bone with this. It's very, very pigmented. And I like these because they feel powdery, but they definitely don't look powdery on your eye. So I'm going to kind of do like a smudgy eyeliner effect on my lash line. I don't even remember what you call this. On my eyelid. And I'm going to be taking this dark taupe brown. This is also matte. And I'm using my eyebrow pencil, so if you have any angled brush, that will work perfectly. And I'm literally just going to use it like an eyeliner and just push it against my lash line. And I've really been liking this effect for whatever reason. I just feel like it makes my eyes look so much bigger. So I'm a huge believer in whatever you do on the top, you have to do on the bottom. So I'm taking that same shade again, and I'm just going to place this on my lower lash line. Nothing too intense, just to level out the darkness on the top with the bottom. So I'm all done with the eyes, and I have to say the verdict on the eyeshadow palette, honestly, on here they joke saying that it's shades like a leading $50 eyeshadow palette, but I would not compare this to a high-end palette. This is definitely the best eyeshadow palette I've ever bought from the drugstore. It is absolutely amazing, but we will see how the staying power is of this. That's usually what compares drugstore to high-end. So all that we have left for the face is contour, blush, and highlight. So this is the Master Contour Powder Trio by Maybelline, and there is a contour, a blush, and a highlight. I swatched these and they are all beautiful, so I'm so excited to use it. It's like a nice dark creamy like orange brown, which is like my favorite type of contour shade, and then the blush is like a really pretty shimmery coral, and then the highlight is a nice gold. So far that just applied so easily. I'm honestly loving this foundation. This is going to be a staple. I can tell it's going to be like one of my favorites, up there with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte, because it just makes my skin truly look flawless, and it somehow matches my skin tone, so I'm just going to keep this. So now I'm going in with that blush, same brush, and just applying that on the apples. Got way too much on there. This is so pigmented. And I'm going to bring it up as well. And this does have shimmer in it, by the way. At least in the medium to deep palette. There's also a light to medium one, I guess. And I think the shades are obviously a little lighter, but I'm not sure what that blush shade is like. So the finishing touch is obviously highlight. So I'm just going to be dipping my fan brush. This is just the small fan brush from e.l.f. in here and placing it down the center of my face. Pigmented. I like it so far. And then to my cheekbones. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. I wasn't sure at first because in the pan it just looks like very bland. It looks pretty, but it doesn't look like anything that special, to be honest. But that is so pretty. I'm going to be using this new L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Gloss. And just so you guys know, because I know everyone's confused, I was really confused too, the L'Oreal ones do dry matte, the Maybelline ones do not. For whatever reason, Maybelline also has some of these, but everyone's saying they don't dry matte, and I swatched them in the store and they literally never dried. So don't get the Maybelline ones, but the L'Oreal ones definitely do dry matte, and they're so pretty. So this is the one in the color Statement Nude. And don't mind the fact that my lips are a little dry, so it's kind of just accentuating that, but oh well. So now we're going to use the Wet n Wild setting spray to see if this helps my makeup stay on longer. So I will wear my makeup as long as I possibly can today. I'm not really doing anything too crazy, so it shouldn't be fading too fast. But I'll let you guys know in the description box how long it lasts throughout the day. So we're just going to spritz. I'm always scared to spray these. Always feels so good. This does have a scent to it. It's not a very good one. It kind of smells like a bathroom. Like, you know when you go to the mall and you have to go to the bathroom? It literally smells like a bathroom. So this is it for today's video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you guys enjoyed, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Be sure to check out the rest of my makeup tutorials along with that haul and the vlog where I actually bought the stuff. I'll have both of those linked in the description box so you guys can check them out. Also be sure to check out my clothing haul that I just recently did. I'll also have another one coming soon, so get excited for that. Just so many clothes coming in. Gotta show you guys. Let me know what you guys are excited to try in the comments down below, and whether or not you like this lipstick. I'm just gonna stop talking before I start rambling, so I'll see you all in my next video. I love you. Bye! So my stomach is usually pretty lean. It's a lot harder to gain weight in my quads though, for whatever reason, not in my butt, which is nice, but trying to build up those quads. So yeah, here's just a little update